They lied to everyone. The fans, the media, even their closest friends. For over a year, Yoona and Junho kept their relationship buried beneath rehearsals, award shows, and flawless red carpet appearances. But the truth, raw, emotional, and impossible to deny, was never far from slipping out. And when it finally did, it left the entire K-pop world stunned. Don't forget to subscribe, because what you're about to hear will make you question everything you thought you knew about Yoona and Junho. It all began with chemistry, the kind that can't be faked. On the set of their drama, when cameras started rolling, their interactions felt electric. Every stolen glance, every lingering touch, every shared laugh, it was too real, too perfect. Fans noticed instantly. The comment sections exploded with phrases like, "They must be dating," and "No one acts that naturally unless it's real." But both stars, seasoned in the industry, knew how to dodge those assumptions. "We're just close colleagues," Junho would say with a smile. "Like siblings," Yoona echoed in interviews. But behind those polished words, something deeper was unfolding. The first clue came during a promotional event overseas. A fan captured a behind-the-scenes moment that was never meant to go public. Junho reached out instinctively to fix a loose strand of Yoona's hair. Not for the cameras, not for show, just a gentle, reflexive gesture that spoke volumes. His hand lingered for a second too long. Her smile softened, and that one clip, grainy and shaky, spread like wildfire. Still, the agencies denied everything. SM and JYP released carefully worded statements, saying the two were nothing more than good friends who admired each other's talent. But insiders whispered a different story. Stylists, assistants, even staff members on set began to notice small things. Yoona arriving unusually early on days Junho was scheduled to shoot. Junho waiting long after wrap-up just to walk her to her car. Matching phone cases that appeared one day without explanation. Coordinated airport outfits that seemed too deliberate to be coincidental. But the most telling sign came when Junho suddenly changed his lock screen. It was a blurry photo, barely visible to the public, but someone zoomed in. It was Yoona, sitting on a rooftop, back turned, with a view of the city behind her. Fans speculated endlessly, but nothing was confirmed. That is, until the hotel incident. On a cold winter night, both stars attended a high-profile industry gala. They walked the red carpet separately, sat at different tables, played their roles perfectly. But around midnight, an anonymous source claimed to have seen the two of them entering the same hotel, through a private entrance. The hotel, known for accommodating high-profile celebrities, denied everything. But leaked security footage, blurry but damning, surfaced weeks later. Two figures, masked and covered in oversized coats, walking in just minutes apart. Yoona first, Junho 5 minutes later. The timing, the body language, the way staff interacted with them. It was enough to stir the internet into chaos. Still, the silence from both stars was deafening. They didn't deny it, but they didn't confirm it either. For weeks, they stayed under the radar. No social media updates. No public appearances. Fans split into camps. Some defended them, insisting idols deserve privacy. Others felt betrayed. "Why lie?" One comment read. "We supported them. We trusted them." But the truth was more complicated than anyone could have guessed. Behind the scenes, both Yoona and Junho were battling a storm of their own. Their agencies had discovered the relationship months earlier and warned them against going public. "It'll ruin your careers," they were told. "Your image is everything." For Yoona, the pressure was even more intense. As a member of Girls' Generation, she had an image of elegance and professionalism to maintain. For Junho, rising rapidly in both acting and music, a scandal could halt everything. So they made a decision to lie, to protect their careers, their fans, and perhaps most of all each other. But love, no matter how carefully hidden, leaves traces. And when Yoona accidentally let it slip in a variety show, the facade began to crumble. While sharing stories about filming late at night, she smiled and said, "Someone always made sure I ate, even when I forgot." It was an innocent comment. But Junho, watching from backstage as part of a surprise guest appearance, froze. The moment was captured by cameras, and fans noticed the change in his expression instantly. The internet connected the dots in minutes. The tipping point came when Dispatch released their annual New Year's Day couple reveal. Everyone expected a different couple. But when the photos dropped, there was no mistaking it. Yoona and Junho, walking hand in hand down a quiet alley in Seoul. No disguises. No masks. Just the two of them, bundled in coats, laughing like two people who had finally stopped hiding. The news exploded across social media. Hashtags trended worldwide. Articles flooded the internet. Yoona and Junho were officially a couple. Their agencies couldn't deny it anymore. Within hours, SM and JYP released joint statements confirming the relationship. They have been seeing each other with good intentions. One part read, "We ask for your warm support." But fans were divided. While many celebrated the couple, others felt deceived. Why lie for so long? Some asked. Why pretend you weren't together? What most didn't understand was the cost of being honest in the K-pop world. For idols, even a moment of vulnerability can become a headline. A single date can spark a scandal. And for Yoona and Junho, their decision to lie wasn't about betrayal. It was about survival. They loved each other in secret because the world demanded they stay perfect, flawless, unattached. But love doesn't follow rules. And in the end, neither did they. In the weeks that followed, the couple stayed silent. No joint interviews. No statements beyond the official one. But fans began noticing subtle shifts. Junho was seen wearing a bracelet fans remembered Yoona wearing months earlier. Yoona posted a sunset photo captioned simply, "Finally free." Junho posted a piano cover of a love song with the caption, "This one's for you." Slowly, gently, they began to let their guard down. Then, in a surprise move, the two appeared together at a charity event. Not as a couple, but not avoiding each other either. They smiled. They laughed. And in one quiet moment, Junho reached out and brushed Yoona's hand. It was small, quick, but it was real. And in that moment, the crowd fell silent. No screaming, no chaos, just quiet understanding. It's easy to judge from the outside, to say, they should have told us. But behind every lie was a choice made out of fear, out of love, out of a desperate need to protect something fragile. They weren't trying to deceive their fans. They were just trying to hold on to something real in a world that demands perfection. And now, with the truth exposed, they no longer have to pretend. As time passed, the controversy faded. The couple never flaunted their love, but they no longer hid it either. Fans began to heal. Some left, but many stayed, supporting quietly, loving from a distance. Because in the end, even with the lies, the secrecy, the hotel rumors, and the leaked footage, the love between Yoona and Junho was undeniable. Raw, honest, human. And maybe that's what made their story matter most. They lied to everyone. But now, they don't have to lie anymore.